Hello everybody, this is Jeff at Etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a look at this Firestone Xtreme-Duty 150 PSI air compressor. Now this air compressor is great for supplying compressed air to your air helper springs and other pneumatic components. It does include everything like laid out here on the table. It comes with the Xtreme-Duty air compressor with the 150 max PSI, the inlet air filter with extra filters. Comes with the 3/8" Airline tubing for routing the remote inlet filter. Comes with the installation hardware and a nice set of instructions on how this all goes together. Now this Xtreme-Duty air compressor will work with air tanks with capacities up to 6 gallons, and it has a 100% duty cycle for uninterrupted use. Now one note I do want to mention is because this is a system that has a 100% duty cycle, if this is run for an extended period of time, the maximum air pressure rating will be reduced from 150 psi to 100 psi. Now this does use direct drive compression, so it does not use any oil or belt, and that allows you to mount it in any position without affecting performance. As we mentioned, this will work with air tanks with capacities up to 6 gallons, and it does draw the power from your vehicle's battery. A few specs on this again: the maximum air pressure 150 psi, cubic feet per minute at 100 psi is 0.94, amperage is 23 amps, and the flow rate on this is going to be based on filling a half-gallon tank. So from 0 to 30 psi, it's going to be 7 seconds, and from 0 to 60 psi is going to be 18 seconds. Last thing I want to do is give you some dimensions on this. Also mention the weight of this compressor is right about 10 pounds. Now the overall length of this, if we put a ruler on it, is going to be right at about 11¼ inches long. The width on it is going to be right at about, see if we can turn this for you. And at the widest point you can see it's going to be right about 4 inches wide. And the overall height is about 6 7/8 inches tall. Now the mounting dimension, you can see the mounting holes right down here. Mentions on that, center to center, it's about 8 5/16 inches. And the width of the mounting holes, center to center, it's about 3 5/16 inches. But that should do it for the review on this Firestone Xtreme-Duty 150 PSI air compressor.